Hello, hello. Ooh, yes. Let's check in with the messages of today and see what is there. Whoop, that was quick. Boom, bada bing. The Arcturians are ready. Enlightenment. The energy of enlightenment helps you realize that you are a being of light. You are the personification of strength and divinity. You are a star. Beautiful. And this balance, right? The pentacle, earth, air, fire, water, spirit. Excellent. Beautiful start. Okay, well then, let's ask for a rune to come on up into this reading and support our enlightenment. Thur says. Ooh, Thur says. The thorn that awakens. The prick that awakens. The bolt of lightning that comes in. Nope, sorry. That's not that one. It is the burning away of all that no longer serves. Okay, I'll just read the thing. Protection, passion, defense, conflict, and male potency. There it goes. It represents a tendency towards change through catharsis, purging and cleansing fire. It's the sharp and painful stab of the thorn that jolts us awake and into awareness. It's the aha moment. It's the slap in the face that resuscitates you from your autopilot mode. Cleansing fire and protection. And I love this fire around the roses in this card because it makes me think of your internal flame, right? Your internal fire, your inflamed heart, burning and cleansing, purifying. Yes, your heart is your energetic filtration system. And when you have tended your internal flame, it cleanses and purifies and protects, all in one glorious flame. Yes, all who walk through the flame are either empowered by it, embraced by it, or consumed by it. All things. This is part of like working with your heart to discern what is for you and what isn't for you, what feels right and what doesn't feel right, what makes your heart beat faster and what makes your heart flutter in not a good way. Okay. Let's see what the cards have for us in regards to our enlightenment process and the purging of the old things, the old ways, and our defenses. Okay, that seems like a lot of cards. You'd think I would count or something, but I do not. Okay, so this is about a communication coming in fast and passionately. Okay, this passionate Knight of Cups, and it's talking about the communication of your heart, from the heart communication, because he's a Knight of Cups. He is holding aloft a cup that he is bringing. Okay, bringing somewhere, bringing to you. This could be an aspect of yourself, bringing in um, enlightenment, inspiration, aha moments, recognitions, messages from within or messages from without. Let's see. What are these messages? Okay, so this is about looking at things from a different perspective from where you are at right now. You may be feeling a little bit stuck, um, unable to make any moves at the moment, right? This hanged one is hanging upside down in a tree. They're not moving far, right? But they are afforded an opportunity to see things differently, to see things from a different perspective. So this could be about messages that you are receiving that you need to consider from different perspectives and how that helps you and your loving relationships. Okay. So this could be um, messages coming in about relationships. This could be opportunities coming in, bringing you into relationships. This could be messages about the world, the actions that you take towards the world that you are creating for yourself, where these beautiful relationships exist, and you are actively balancing all of your spaces, physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual realms, balanced, centered, connected to your higher self, away from the hubbub of the city, of the people, populated areas. And love through itself almost pitched itself off the table here. So this is a love that you rescue. This is a union that you make happen within or without, right? This is part of this process of enlightenment, is a union of a union within. So, maybe you've been waiting for a message externally coming in from a person that you want to come to you to make you whole, right? But you're being asked here to look at things from a different perspective, that it's not about an external person per se. It's about finding wholeness and completeness within yourself. As an example. Okay, but either way, your dedication is necessary because you are transforming. You need to commit fully to your transformation. Otherwise, you come out some half-baked hybrid thing that exists in between worlds, right? You want to step fully and completely, wholly in. Okay, so the Nine of Pentacles, this is beautiful. This is self-sufficiency. This is being independent and nurturing and tending your safe, sacred spaces that you create for yourself. This is your self-nurturing. Okay, and I feel like this dedication to that is very important. Dedicated to only allowing reciprocating relationships, only allowing people who are like-minded into this world that you are creating for yourself, right? With this dedication of wholeness and balance and unity, union in your independence. Independence. And you can be with somebody and maintain your own independence. This is like a recommendation. No, it's not that. It's a ability to self-care, a recognition of your own needs, right? And your ability to communicate that to your loved ones, to the people in your life. Very important, yes. Okay. These cards are all sticking together. Okay. What else? What's this? Broken hearts. Where do broken hearts go? I don't know if that's a song. But this is maybe considering your wounded heart from a different perspective, right? This could be about your understanding that all those wounds in your heart were necessary to make it strong. I'm being shown, is it Kitsume? It's a Japanese thing. No, Kitsume. I think that's a fox spirit, maybe. Anyways, it's when you, like, if something breaks and then you put it back together again, but you use gold to fuse it back together. And it's about highlighting, well, the beauty and imperfection, but also going through things that break you, and then the healing of yourself and the beautiful uniqueness that you become because of it, right? Like you could have a bunch of identical mugs and they all break, or one breaks, right? And everyone breaks differently. And you put them back together, fusing the lines together with gold. And now you are uniquely and distinctly beautiful, more beautiful. I just don't know. It's like you can't be a diamond without succumbing to the pressure, right? There's coals out there that's like, I just want to be a diamond. I don't want to have to go through all the pressure. And it's like, well, that's just not how it works. That's not how alchemy works. That's not how diamonds are created, right? It's almost like the reward for going through and withstanding the pressure. And this is also giving me this, you are constantly giving your heart to somebody else and finally realizing that you needed to give it to yourself in order to make it strong. Okay, we've got meditating and transitioning between worlds. Okay, and I feel like your meditation practice is an important part of this transition. It's like maintaining the frequency or maintaining the momentum to get you there. When you are riding a bike, right, you need to keep pedaling steadily to move forward to get to where you're going. And I feel like energy works just like that. You need to maintain a steady momentum to get to where you are going or where you want to go. We've got your experience. This is something you have learned, because there are times where you stop pedaling because you're just like exhausted, and now you've stopped. You're not heading in a direction anymore. Now you're just stopped on the side of the road. And, there's nothing wrong with that. You can stop, you can have a break, drink some water, look at the ocean, and then keep carrying on. But experience of getting your heart broken enough times for you to finally be like, enough is enough. Stop that. Stop giving your heart away. What can I do to make it so that it's not so easily broken by others? And maybe there's another way. Maybe there's a way I can love without giving my heart away. Oh, yes, there is. When you embody your heart, you empower it, and it becomes stronger. Strong enough to withstand a tower, okay? So towers can come about in many, many different ways. They can be usually they're a sudden, swift change. They are a moment that occurs that changes everything from that moment on. And they can happen internally or externally, depending. And I feel like this burning and purging and enlightenment, this message could have this tower attached to it. Whether it is your realization of your own power to heal your heart, to integrate your heart, to love without giving your heart away. Or it could be, a person, place, or thing, an opportunity that you get a message for, right? A once in a lifetime situation that changes your world or helps. It could be like you're riding your bike, heading to where you're going, and then somebody pulls up and is like, hey, throw your bike in the back and let's go this last bit together. And you're going to get there faster. And it's going to be funner because now you have someone else to share the world with. Okay. So this is returning, what goes around comes around, you at the center of your world kind of energy. That is beautiful. I mean, it definitely could be linked to your tower, to your recognition of self and your own enlightenment, right? This idea of what enlightenment means, what it means to be enlightened, could be very much rooted in this, like, it's a destination that I arrive at, and once I'm there, woohoo, smooth sailings, right? But we're still bound to this earth realm, and there's no end game. It's all movement and expansion. So you get to a top of a mountain, and what you see there is that life isn't about getting to the top of that one mountain. Once you're at the top of that mountain, your perspective is different. You can now see that there are mountains surrounding that mountain. And this can be a tower, because you're like, oh, I just got to get to the top of this mountain and then I'm done. And then you get to the top of the mountain and you look around and you see all these other beautiful mountains and you're like, oh, this was just one of the mountains I've yet to climb, right? Because we're expansive. Everything, life is expanding. As fast as we expand, so too does reality, does the world, does life. Yeah, and it's funny too with that analogy because you could be up there and you could turn around and be like, hey guys, this isn't the only mountain, there's more mountains. And there's people down there all moaning and groaning because they're just trying to get to the top of this mountain. They don't want to know about all the other mountains. It's overwhelming, right? Would you have chosen to climb this mountain if you knew that there were hundreds of other mountains to climb, right? So that could be an expansion of your own enlightenment, of this, like, you've been so fixed on this one goal of getting to a certain place, not realizing that that was just like the first step on the life ladder kind of thing. But the thing with towers is how you respond to them. You need to surrender to them. You need to open and acknowledge and allow them, and trust, and that everything is working for your greatest and highest good, that the towers are crumbling around you to make way for the new. The old world must dissolve for the new to rise from it, right? The caterpillar must dissolve into protein goo and then rebuild itself to emerge as the butterfly. And that is your strength, okay? Your willingness and ability and dedication to change, to transform, to see things from different perspectives. Okay, well, I guess because we have all of these cards here, that for some it is about a beautiful union, a love, a meeting of balanced counterparts, right? Like-minded, loving, beautiful, balanced mirror types. Mirror types. Okay, and then we've got the Knight of Swords that's coming out again. Came out in yesterday's reading, and I feel like this is, yes, protection, yes, communication, but also a readiness, right? Standing at the ready, prepared for anything. But also a wait, right? A not taking action. This knight isn't running forward, forging ahead, conquering or defending or whatever. It is standing at the ready, like a sentinel, like a guard. So there is a certain level of protection through this tower process. Okay, I'm just gonna flip the deck here. Flip the deck and pull out the Queen of Cups because I needed balance. Okay, so this is you reaching this point in your growth, in your evolution, in your enlightenment, of self-regulation, right? The Queen of Cups, the Queen of Hearts, going, flowing, open, creative, and willing and ready to share her cup. Okay? Independent, devoted, dedicated, seeing things, being in the success of her pursuits, right? This is finally getting to the top of the mountain, and then your reward is the perspective, the view that you have of it. You're not like, okay, I seen it, turn around, run back down the mountain, right? You are sitting up there having some tea, just looking at how gorgeous, how expansive, plotting your next course. First of all, look at all those mountains, look how beautiful they are, but also which one am I going to go to next, right? How am I going to get there? And then there's, of course, still the journey of going back down the mountain, like Sisyphus. Is it Sisyphus? Sisyphus. It might be Sisyphus. Say something too many times and then you lose it. Okay. The guy who was cursed to push the boulder up the mountain, right? This was that journey up the mountain with this boulder. It was hard. It was laborious. It took dedication. It wasn't something that you could ever let go of or put down. You had to hold it yourself. You had to push that thing yourself. Once you get to the top of the mountain, nobody talks about the time that Sisyphus has on the way back down the mountain, right? He doesn't have to carry the weight of that stone down the mountain. He can actually just push it, and it can go its own way, its own speed down the mountain. And then he has this joyful, exploratory, non-resistant, glorious adventure back down the mountain. And so, this is that perspective change. We can view Sisyphus's plight or program that he's in, cycle, as being something that he was cursed with. But maybe that's part of the work and reward system that is life, right? You need to get yourself to that cocoon stage. Say the top of the mountain is the cocoon, and the process of getting there is your life as a caterpillar and that journey into becoming. And then once you have done your cocoon stage at the top, you've collected all the data, the information, the perspectives, then you emerge this butterfly to move, flow, float, fly, right? Until you are on the ground again, and then the cycle starts over again. So my point is, maybe Sisyphus understood that in order to have the view, gain the perspective, and earn the rewards of a carefree trip back down the mountain, right? Down the mountain, you're going downhill. There's no resistance like going up the hill. Maybe they understood that that was part of the trade-off. And so they willingly keep pushing the boulder up the mountain to get the rewards from the efforts. Okay. So we've got celebration. There is a celebration coming up for you for rewards for your efforts, right? Like this is part of the law of reciprocity or law of give and take, or one of the laws out there where you get back what you give. Your efforts are rewarded threefold, and you are about to be rewarded the dream. Okay, look at this. Luck overflowing, like-mindeds coming together. Look at the celebration, and then the Four of Wands. Like, wow. Okay, I just want to say that this is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is part of your this is part of your reward. The work that you have done, the labor you have endured, pushing that boulder up the mountain. And this is your top of the mountain moment where you are burning away the parts of you that was necessary to get to the top of that mountain, because you don't need those same aspects of self to go back down the mountain, because it's going to be a different journey down the mountain. Okay, that's my mountain analogy that's leading to gorgeousness. Okay, well, let's see what cards want to come out. Let's see what the telepathy oracle cards want to talk about here. Because this is kind of all of the above. This is internal union, this is external union, this is drawing like-minded people in, this is counterpart, this is balance, this is twin flames. This is as within, so without gorgeousness. Like the Four of Wands, this is stability, this is grounded, this is celebratory, this is equal, give and take, perfect matches. This is matches made in heaven, and heaven is on earth, right? Hell was on the way up the mountain, heaven is on the way back down, which I guess is counterintuitive to the whole heaven above, hell below situation, but it's balance, right? Balance in all the things. Okay. So accept what fate has in store for you. This is exactly the surrendering that is necessary at this time. You've already done the laborious part of the journey. Now it's time to go back over, review your journey, your path, your experiences that got you there, to view, take advantage of your position at the top of the mountain, to view, to see, to know, to feel, to release, to change, to transform, to grow, before you start your journey anew, renewed, back down. Okay? Accept the true love is meant for you. Okay, this is what this feels like. And I feel like one must nurture and find true love within in order to be able to find it without. Embrace what fate has in store for you. Accept what fate has in store for you. Okay, we got double. Okay, I feel like the true love is on its way to you. That's what this is saying. True love is on its way to you. And there may be some telepathy happening. And if you know who your true love is or not, you could be picking up some things. And this is part of that internal frequency. When you are emitting love frequency, someone else who is emitting love frequency can hear it, can feel it, can vibe with it, can tune into it. And then you're tuning into each other because you're both speaking the same language. You're both jamming to the same beat. It's like, what are those headphone discos or raves or whatever dance parties, right? Where everybody's got a headphone set on and you're dancing, but everybody's listening to a different station. And then suddenly from across the room, you're grooving and you look over and you see somebody else and it looks like they're grooving to the same song. And it's like, oh, hey, we're on the same station. And then you dance together, right? Because you're listening to the same music. And it's not to say that those other people aren't worthy dancer partners or whatever. They're just on a different station, and that's okay. This is the soul tribe idea, right? That your soul tribe are those who are vibing to the same tune. But you need to find that station within yourself first. It's not something that somebody else can set up for you, because you're the one that has the tuners. Yeah, you got the tuners. Ooh, and there's usually 2 tuners. So it's finding this balance between your masculine and your feminine and your light and your dark in order to, like one of those etch-a-sketches. Okay, too many. Too many analogies. Wow, and wow. Okay. Beautiful. The elephant. This is giving me this Thursaz energy, the one who breaks through obstacles, but also creates them in order to move you to where you need to be. The dragon, I've just been getting so many dragon references and I even started the reading when I was reaching over here. I was adjusting my little purple dragon that is sitting on this epidote. Okay, so there it is. This epidote, I found a crystal or a rock at the beach. Where is it? Yesterday. And it had this green, let's see if we can get in there here, kind of crystally gem in there. So I took a picture with Google Lens, and it led me to epidote. And then as I was reading it, I was like, that kind of reminds me of this other green crystal that I have. And so I did a shot of this, and yes, it is in fact the same stuff. Okay. Yes. And this crystal was, my Oma picked it up. She came to visit one time when she was alive, obviously. And we went to a crystal shop, and that was the crystal that she picked for herself. And when she died, I got it because I was there with her and I remembered it. And so it was just kind of cool. And then I was reading up on it, and it says a lot of good things. Maybe because I talked about it, I need to talk about it. So let's just do that really quick. This book is amazing. If you are looking for a good crystal book, The Book of Stones is fantastic. Okay. So releases negativity, embraces positive patterns, and attraction of what one emanates. Okay, sorry. I couldn't speak any of those things, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, so it's it's confirming that it will bring, okay, if one is filled with love, generosity, working with epidote will bring more of these traits into one's life. But on the other hand, if one is filled with any other thoughts, then that's what they will draw. So it's like it's like this justice thing of this return of what you put out, you get back. And this crystal aids in that, which is kind of cool. Okay, where we go. Teaches one to raise the vibration of one's thoughts, words, and actions so one's physical reality can be transformed. It lovingly reveals where one is holding negative patterns or willfully indulging in negativity as a way to protect oneself emotionally. It can assist in raising the frequency of denser matter to more enlightened levels. Emotionally, that was spiritually. Emotionally, epidote assists in releasing patterns of negativity from the emotional body. It can help those who habitually use judgment, sarcasm, and wit or other expressions of negativity to raise the energy of their emotional bodies to more positive, enlightened levels. It helps one overcome hopelessness and depression, depressed emotional states, and lends one a sense of optimism. Physically, it immediately raises the vibration in areas that are congested, filled with debris, or overly dense. It can help one find the core patterns behind physical disease and assist one in moving into a hopeful and positive emotional state to support general healing. It is excellent for working on cancerous tumors, cystic fibrosis, and similar manifestations. The affirmation is I release my negative habits and embrace the positive, knowing that I reap what I sow. Okay, so beautiful confirmation of something. I forget now. Where were we going? Okay, the dragon. Right. Led me to that stone and then that stone. Okay, but the dragon has been talking about there's been a lot of references to dragons and the protection that the dragons are offering a lot of people right now. And so this dragon showing up is a confirmation that you do have dragons in your energy field that are working hard to help. They could be part of that cleansing fire, right? Support and reminder of your own strength. And then the hawk, this is that like Odin vibe, right? Like the gods watching. This is the messenger, the hawk that is coming in to tell you things. I don't know. And then the dolphin. This is that beautiful. This is whatever's going on here. This gorgeous thing that you must accept and embrace. What fate has in store for you. Like this is crazy. Did you see the stack? Look at the stack. These are the only two cards in that stack that has accept what fate has in store for you, embrace what fate has in store for you. It's just like, yes, it's true love. Okay, it's this dolphin vibe. Okay, let's just read what the thing has to say. And it was 43:43 on the timestamp when I looked up there for a second. Okay, what do we got? We've got the elephant, unstoppable, auspicious, and wise. The elephant is arguably the most auspicious figure in the deck. Like Ganesh, the elephant represents immense wisdom as well as good fortune. It is said that the great elephant is the destroyer of obstacles, so if this card appears when you feel stuck, rest assured the path will soon become clear. Beautiful. To add to the mystery, the elephant is also known to create obstacles in order to steer us in the right direction. Trust this gentle, noble creature. It illuminates the way with the light of self-knowledge. When in balance, one-pointed focus, generous and loving. When out of balance, misunderstands fate. And to bring into balance, trust. Okay, so there's a connection to fate after making such a big deal about these two cards right before reading this, right? Misunderstanding fate. This could be this like distrust in what you've accomplished and what you're deserving of. Okay, and then Zahak. No, we're gonna get. Where is the Hawk? Watchful, all-seeing messenger of divinity. See? The sharp eyes of the hawk watch over our every move. This keen-eyed bird has the ability to see every little detail as well as the bigger picture. Beautiful. This is your point of reference, your point of view on the top of the mountain. When this card appears, fate has its eyes on you. Oh my goodness. And the winds are shifting. It is said that the hawk carries news upon its wings and is sent from divinity itself to deliver it. Beautiful. The message should not be taken lightly. Though it may seem small or insignificant, it will eventually redirect your course. I mean, just this reoccurring fate message that just happened here is enough to be like, whoa, and okay, I got it. I trust it. I'm in it. I surrender, right? I'm enlightened. When in balance, sees clearly and intuitive. When out of balance, sees too much and is suspicious. To bring into balance, perspective shift. Okay, yes, beautiful confirmations. And we've got the dolphin, which is innately intelligent, healer, and light blessings. The gifts of the dolphin are beyond what our human minds can grasp. Dolphin personalities are often drawn to the healing arts as they are sensitive to the subtle and enjoy working on the levels of spirit. It's easy for dolphin types to underestimate the impact they make in the world. These creatures play such an important role in the wheel of karma that coming in contact with the dolphin type will change the entire course of your day and thus your life. This card can also indicate a profound blessing is on its way. Yes. When in balance, active healer, strong spiritual practice. When out of balance, underestimates own power, and to bring into balance like-minded spirits. Gorgeous, gorgeous confirmations. Okay, let's go to the dragon. Oh, beautiful. Seeing one's most true self, balancing the ego. The dragon sees everything. Its essence has been with us since before our first breath and will be there at our last. It watches us navigate the external world as well as our inner world. When dragon energy is awakened, we are courageous, visionary, and can easily drop into witness consciousness. It is almost as if we are traveling with a great friend inside of ourselves. When we look in the mirror, deep into our eyes, we may even glimpse the self behind the self, the one who is watching us. This is the power of the dragon, breathing transformative fire into every cell of our bodies. Witnessing this omnipotent energy, even for a brief moment, helps us surrender and let go. We let the dragon guide us. We hop on its back for a ride. And as we traverse even the most difficult terrain, the dragon's eyes see beauty everywhere. It is said that if a yogi does not see beauty in the world, their Agni is dim. Agni is described as inner fire or sacred intelligence. May even just the mention of the dragon stir the embers of intelligence within you. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful dragon confirmations. Okay, gorgeous. Oh, that's not even in there. How about there? The third chakra. Ooh. The subtle energy of the dragon lives at the navel center in the Manipura chakra. Manipura translates to the city of hidden gems, and behind its gates burn the fire of our transformation and digestion. The sages believe health of the fire at the navel center is what governs our ability to clearly see both the inner and outer dimensions. Gorgeous transformation, confirmation. Okay. Oh, oy. Okay, there's your butterfly transformation. This is you coming out of your cocoon at the top of the mountain, ready to start your adventure without the resistance of going uphill the whole time, which is gonna be gorgeous. Okay. And the sparrow who is ready to attract in their forever bird. Okay, we got the peace flower. And I forget which chakra blooms with 6. Let's just check the chart. Anybody gonna tell me? This one does not. Okay. That's okay. That's okay. That could be something, if you're interested, you can find for yourself, right? But the chakra, this is like an unfurling of your mind, your thoughts, your awareness. This is your enlightenment, is your internal sun, facilitating the bloom of you, your bloom. Okay, we've got the ornate moon. So this is trust your intuition. Okay? Trust it, know it, believe it, feel it, and maintain your relationship with it. You've got luck coming in for you, and this is you creating your own luck with the dedication to your path, to your journey, to your love vibe, to what you are putting out there, and therefore will receive. Okay, and then we've got the water buffalo again. This is an unmovable, unstoppable, unfuckwithable force to be reckoned with that is balanced, embodying both the masculine and the feminine, and maintaining their independence and sovereignty because they refuse to be domesticated. Okay, and that is a gorgeous kind of love. It's not dependent on the other for anything other than companionship, someone to share with, someone to witness with, someone to create with and expand with. And that's a beautiful thing. Okay, there you have it. 5353 on the timestamp. I hope there was some good stuff there for you and that it inspires you and moves you and reinforces the things that you already know, that you already feel coming for you, the place that you're at. And this, don't rush this process of where you're at, this standing on the top of the mountain. Really take advantage of this in between time, because even though the trip down the mountain is going to be fun and less grueling, it is easy to pick up momentum because it's downhill, right? So Be ready for speed and get ready to laugh so much that your mouth hurts, your face hurts, okay? And bring tissues because all that wind is going to make your eyes water, okay? Love you, appreciate you, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.